All right, well, good morning. Let's begin our Tai Chi by getting in our Tai Chi stance, which is shoulder width apart. And you're going to bring this area called the Kwa back just a little bit as though you're sitting down on a stool right behind you. You're not reaching back with your bottom and you're not allowing this part to come forward. So it's just simply pretending like you have a stool, being aware of where your tailbone is, and just sinking that tailbone slightly behind your heels like you're sitting down on a stool. Now you also have an area, these are called the Kwa, up at your shoulder, in the middle of your shoulder. And there's an area we call a Kwa there as well. It's right in the middle of the shoulder, and you want it to kind of go down and back a little bit as well. And we bring our arms up, sink your elbows down as though your arms are floating on water. And this is the fundamental Tai Chi stance. Nice open posture. And I want you to just feel your muscles. And rather than tensing them, which shortens them, just throughout this session, think about lengthening those muscles throughout your entire body. And that keeps your body nice and relaxed, but with structure. So the first thing we're going to do is sitting down and press down a little bit with the hands. And roll your hands, palms up, and then feel as though you have a ball under your feet. And that ball inflates. You stand up, but don't lock your knees. And then let gravity work for you, sitting back down on that windowsill. Let your shoulders be heavy, your elbows, your wrist, and your fingers. Now we'll do 2 more of those. So inflate the area all around you and feel as though the energy is lifting the arms for you. And you can take a breath in at the top if you like, and then just release and breathe out. Now remember, your hands are relaxed. They're open and relaxed. You're not tensing them or exerting any effort. And now open again. And shoulders are heavy, elbows, wrist, and fingers. And now feel as though you have a ball between your hands. You're still sitting down on that stool, and feel like there's energy coming up from the ground, and it just is lifting your arms from underneath to just chest height. Now imagine that you have a big balloon right here, and open that balloon. It starts to expand. And as it expands, your arms just follow that expansion. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Now make those elbows come towards me or towards the corners of your room. Don't let them collapse back. And then just relax those arms and feel like they're Gumby arms. And they can lengthen into infinity. And our fingers are touching. Very nice. And now that big balloon again, let it expand. And it expands in all directions, and your arms are just following that expansion. Yes, very nice. Relaxing the muscles, lengthening those muscles. And then release your tailbone and feel like your whole skull is being lifted up to the sky as your arms close. And we'll do one more. If your arms are getting tired, lower them. And now again, imagine the space between your arms expanding. And you're just following that expansion. And now you can expand into the entirety of the room and beyond. And now your arms lengthening and our fingers touching. Very nice. Now this next move is a Qigong move, which is designed to circulate the energy, that's what Qi is, throughout our body. So let's let our arms just float up. And respect your shoulders, so you don't have to go as high as I do. And you lift that ball up, drop your shoulders, make them heavy, keep both knees bent, and weight shift to your left. And then let that ball gently come down towards your right pinky toe, in front of the knee. Then we let the ball under our feet inflate, and we come back to 12 o'clock. Drop your shoulders, make them heavy, and weight shift to your right. And again, just to the pinky toe. And in Tai Chi, it's no more, no less. So more is not better. Just hit that sweet spot of comfort and not pressing into discomfort. Back up to 12 o'clock. Weight shift to your right. And one more coming up. Very nice. And now this one's called Parting Clouds. And just sit down on your windowsill or on your stool. And can you make your muscles nice and relaxed and inflate the ball under your feet, lifting up? Can you relax those hands? So roll the bones of your forearms. Palms are facing outward. And now sitting back down. I'm going to give you a profile view here. So you see my arms are well in front of my body. I let the ball inflate under my feet. It goes up through the spine. My shoulders are still heavy and down. I roll the bones of my forearms. And we'll do one more sitting down. That's very nice. I feel lots of chi in my hands and my arms. And can you feel how your body occupies the space around you? And in that space is all of this energy. We're just gently moving that energy. Moving it in us and around us. Very nice. Now this next one is called lifting a ball. You're going to have your hands in front of your body as though they're resting on two Great Danes' heads. Now the dantian is 3 inches underneath your belly button and 3 inches inside your body, and it's like a ball around which you rotate. So turn your dantian towards your left just 20 degrees or 30. And now we're going to lift lightly the right and sink the left to the corner, not too high. Then come back to the middle, connect the energy between the hands right here at 12 o'clock. Then we're going to divide that energy into yin yang. So we sink heavy and yin is light. Good. Come back to the middle. Try not to over-rotate. It's very subtle. And sink one hand, float the other. And come back to the middle. Connect the palms. Turn toward your right corner. Keep both knees bent. Connect. So make sure that you're keeping your line of power vertical to the earth. You're not leaning. As soon as we lean, we're giving away our energy. And the whole purpose of Qigong and Tai Chi is to maintain and circulate and build our energy. So we don't want to leak our energy or give it away. So we maintain a nice, beautiful, upright posture. And we move easily now and fluidly. So let's see if we can let one flow into the other. Very nice. Connecting the palms, dividing. Don't forget the bottom hand sinks, as does your foot. And let's just do one more to each side. Sinking, releasing your left hamstring. Come back to the middle. Sinking and releasing that right hamstring so that you're sitting down. Very nice. And we'll gather that energy. Opening the spine. Imagine your spine is a slinky. Your tailbone, the bottom part's dropping down, and the whole upper part from your dantian up is floating upward, creating space between each disc. The next one is waving hands in clouds. So this is a Qigong move when we don't do stepping, but it becomes a Tai Chi move when we add the stepping. So first we'll do our Qigong waving hands in clouds. Sitting down and in a nice big open hug here, like you're going to give me a hug. That's right. And now turn your dantian towards the left a little bit. Keep both knees bent. And let's put our right hand up, left hand down. Put your elbow on your knee and don't look at your palm. look beyond it. Then turn your dantian to the right. And then we slowly, gently switch hands. Drop that left elbow down and come across. And then come across again. So this is very subtle weight shift. If you're feeling any discomfort in your lower body as far as the joints go, then you're probably weight shifting too much. I would say this is 70% rotating, 30% weight shift. So at this point, you've got about 70% of weight on your right. Weight shift and turn that dantian. Yeah, so you've got 70 here, 30 here. Change hands. Keep both knees bent. Very nice. Now, let's put our awareness in the space between our hands, between our forearms, the upper arms, across the chest. How about in front of your neck and under the chin, at the throat? And just keep everything connected. So even though your hands are not touching, it's as though your fingers, your middle finger is touching the middle finger of the other hand. Your index finger is touching the index finger of the other hand. There you go. Now I feel a lot of chi. Nice. And we'll do one more. Very nice. And now we'll come back to the middle and gather up that chi and breathe in. And feel as though you're just circulating all that energy. If you have tingling or warmth or a feeling of your joints being sort of a little bit swollen or warm, that's chi. And if you don't have any of that, that doesn't mean you don't have chi. Very nice. I think our internet froze there for a second. Now let's pick up burdens. So we're going to get in a bow stance. Your right foot at a 45-degree angle so that your toe is pointing off to the side a little bit and your left leg toe pointing straight forward towards me. Now you're going to sit down. Your dantian is right between the knees. Big open hug. And again, it's important you don't over-rotate, just easy. So just turn your hips a little bit towards me. Then hinge at the hips. Keep both knees bent. Keep your legs nice and open. And wrap your arms around this big boulder that's between your feet. And now we're going to lift it by just hinging at the hip or turning around that dantian. And your arms float up easily. You have both knees still bent. Keep your arms in front of your body and release and let go of all of those burdens. Very nice. Let's do several of these. So hinging at the hips, expand. Feel like you're expanding from the spine outward. And wrap your arms around that boulder. It represents all of your burdens and your worries and obstacles. And let the tailbone sink down, and that boulder gets lighter and lighter and lighter. And then finally we release it, and it dissipates into nothing. Let's do another. So the more you can feel as though you're expanding from the spine out, the more you're opening your joints and allowing that chi to flow. Sink the tailbone, lifting the boulder. Now right here it starts to get lighter and lighter. Nice breath in. Let's let it go. Very nice. And now we'll just breathe in and then sit back down. Let your shoulders be heavy. Elbows, wrist, and fingers. And we'll expand all of the space around us, and it lifts our upper body up. And then we let the lower body, just let it go. And it softens and sinks into the earth. Very nice. Let's do one more of those. So expand, feel like the atoms all around you are expanding and lifting you up, but your hamstring's still relaxed. And now sink down and feel like your tailbone, your feet are heavy and sinking into the earth while the upper spine is floating to the sky. Very nice. That's a little bit of a Qigong warm-up and gives me the opportunity to teach some of the Tai Chi principles around movement and posture. So next what we're going to do is a very simple Tai Chi form set. We're going to move through it. I'll give you verbal instructions and just fake it till you make it. All right, can you give me a second? Okay. Alrighty, so we'll start with our feet together. And this is called the position of Wuji. It's the opposite of Tai Chi. Tai Chi means grand and ultimate and supreme, ongoing, never-ending, infinite, and energy. And Wuji is the opposite. It's an abyss of nothing. So it represents before the universe began. So we sit down on our stool behind us, but we're in this position that represents nothing, an abyss of nothing. And then when we separate our feet to shoulder width apart, that is the beginning. That's energy, that's the division and balance of yin and yang, and the beginning of all things. And now I want you to gently stand up without locking the knees. And now feel the energy all around you and feel as though it's expanding, like you got a big donut around you. It expands and it lifts your arms for you. And now we just sink our shoulders, our elbows, wrist, and fingers. And now you're in a nice, comfortable Tai Chi stance. First we'll do waving hands to the left. So turn your dantian slightly to the right, put your left hand on top. Take a small lateral step to the left, and then just carry it, and then step in, little step right. Switch your hands, come across, a little lateral step to the left, switch your hands, and come across, and a little step in with the right, switch hands. Take your time when you switch hands. Little lateral step to the left, switch your hands, and now weight shift. Try not to weight shift too soon. And then step in right. Then we'll switch our hands, weights 50-50, come over to the right corner. And then we come back in, connect the palms, and let's just expand that balloon. Take a nice breath in. That's beautiful, very nice. And now let's let this ball drop down towards our left thigh by turning the dantian to the left. Don't look down, keep your posture. And we gather energy, our fingers flare out to the outside, then turn the dantian, dust the table. Dump the trash, and then turn your dantian and hang up the towel. Gather energy to the outside. And then we just draw a circle gently to the inside. Drop your hands down and then push the water. Come back to the middle. Connect the palms of the hands. Nice breath in. And now let's do it to the other side. So turn your dantian to the right. The ball comes down towards the thigh. Gather energy to the outside. And just turn your hips gently to the left. Then we dump the trash. Hang up the towel. Fingers float to the outside. Draw a little circle. And let the arms drop down, and then let's just push away all of our troubles. Very nice. And now we'll come back to the middle. Connect the palms and inflate that ball. You can take a breath. if you'd like. Nice. Now waving to the right. So put your right hand on top, left hand's underneath. Take a small lateral step to the right. And weight shift, turn your dantian a little bit. Step in left. Switch hands. Step out right. Slowly switching hands. Step in left. Switching hands. Make sure your hands aren't too high. Step out right. Keep both knees bent. Step in. Switch hands. Weight 50-50. We finish the sentence by floating to the left corner, and we'll come back, connect the palms, breathe in and expand. Sink your shoulders, make those shoulders heavy, your elbows are heavy. Can we do one more breath in? Nice, and now just let gravity work for you. Let that ball sink down. We're going to take that energy and put it right into your dantian. Then release your arms, let them hang loosely at the side. Weight shift to your right, sitting down on that windowsill, and bring your foot back to Wuji. Very nice. So that is an easy 3-minute Tai Chi form set that you can do, and just 3 minutes of Tai Chi a day, I promise, will help you better than an apple a day.